I was standing in line at the local grocery store, as a matter of fact. I had remembered that without any milk the next morning, my cereal would have tasted quite bad, suffice to say. As the line soon moved forward, out of the corner of my eye I spied a lone penny on the ground. Find a penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck, as the poem goes. So I reached down and placed the lone penny into my back pants pocket. Eventually I reached the front of the line, paid for my milk, and was on my way. I seemed to have been in there longer than I thought. It was close to 11 p.m. Fortunately for me, though, I didn't have anywhere special to be the next day, so I took my time walking back to my house. My house being a good mile away. The length didn't really bother me, as I was used to walking or taking a bus to get where I had to go. I know what you're thinking, and know the buses unfortunately stopped running here after 6 p.m. It's quite stupid, I know. I kept walking, according to my watch, for a good 25 minutes. I was getting kinda tired though, not from the walk initially. I had been to other places around the city earlier in the day. I soon happened upon the local cafe. It was a nice hangout spot, even if just to collect your thoughts. I figured I'd order myself some tea to make myself tired by the time I eventually made it home. As I pulled up in the chair to sit down, I felt a sharp pain in my backside. Feeling the cause of the sensation, I remembered that this is where I placed the penny I picked up from before. I put the said penny on the counter next to my cup of tea. Between bits of small talk with nearby people and listening to the ambience of the place, I had realized that I should have been going. So I thanked the server for the tea and placed the penny, this time into my front pocket, and continued on for home. At this point, many of the nearby street lights started to dim while others completely shut off. I assumed that these lights were in need of repair. The sound of dogs barking in distance and the pulsing of electrical meters didn't make having to walk through here any better. I crossed numerous sidewalks, knowing for sure I had to have walked at least 4 blocks by now, wondering when the hell I was going to finally reach my house. You see, nighttime seemed to make any distance feel 4 times longer than normal. And boy, was that the truth, because it felt like I had walked a marathon and then some. The sidewalks were in a state of decay, pieces of cement sticking out, some longer than others, some even with patches of grass starting to envelop them. You could tell fixing these areas certainly wasn't on the city's top priority. Trash cans and various junk lined the border of the sidewalks and streets. As I kept walking, I could notice among the trash old discarded toys, tattered clothing, and crushed soda cans. Not a person or car in sight, although I couldn't really imagine why due to how late at night it was. The night was making the temperature drop, so I stuck my hands into my pants pockets in an attempt to warm them up until I got home. I begun to hear noises. It sounded like a stray animal rummaging through the nearby trash cans for food. Coming from the left side towards an old parking lot, I heard a car in the distance, which was the first one I've heard in a while. Not looking where I was going, I tripped and fell forward. In an attempt to break my fall, I quickly took my hands out of my pockets. That's when it happened. The penny I had picked up and placed in my pocket flew quick in front of me, hitting the windshield of the car as it neared towards me. As I laid on the ground, I saw the event that I would remember for the rest of my life. That penny had bounced off the windshield of the person's car, causing a crack, and the driver, not knowing what was flying towards them late at night, attempted to swerve out of the way. In doing so, they crashed into the nearby streetlight. I got up and ran over to the car as quickly as I could to see if they were all right. All I saw, however, was shattered glass and blood. About 7 feet from the car was the person's body. It was a woman. She looked to be in her late 20s. I checked the car for a cell phone to call for help. Eventually, police and ambulances arrived to investigate what had happened. My body had turned cold, my face pale, all thoughts within my mind becoming blank. They had pronounced her dead at the scene. That's when that poem eerily crept through the inner workings of my mind. Find a penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck.